Well, the NFL rolled out a revamped version of the Pro Bowl on Sunday after it was forced to overhaul the annual event to provide a safer alternative for players and to boost the numbers of viewers. The show featured new skills challenges and flag football games. Eli Manning led the NFC to victory over his brother, Peyton's AFC. So joining me now to break down all the action and for a look ahead at the Super Bowl, of course, is CBS Sports NFL analyst Scott Pioli. Scott is also a front office analyst for NFL Network and a former NFL executive. Scott, it's always great talking to you. So I feel like the Pro Bowl is getting a little overshadowed by the Super Bowl, but let us talk Pro Bowl action. I mean, what was this new revamped game like? How'd it go?
Anne-Marie, it was a series of games. I just love the new idea. This was actually something that when I was an executive in the NFL, we talked about in annual meetings, at the league meetings, and something of a format that I really believe we needed to change to, and I'm glad we made the shift. As you mentioned at the top of this, it's mostly about player safety. Finding a way to not add one more game to the player's schedule and ask them to compete and put themselves in harm's way, I think was a really smart move by the NFL. But the other thing is the way it's been set up now, the fact that it is games, right? There's a series of 8 games where they compete and play against each other in different things. I think it really gives a chance for the players to be humanized. They're not wearing helmets. They don't have to, fans don't have to just look at a jersey. So I think it was a really smart move. I think the other thing is, in the past, fans were disappointed in what they called the quality of the play. But the reality is, players want to stay safe this time of year. So the quality of play in these games is going to be much more fun, much more exciting than any product we could put on in terms of a single game.
Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, they look like they're having fun. Like, before there was all this money and other things involved in football, and they just enjoyed the game. So you think this is a step in the right direction when it comes to sort of bringing relevancy back to the Pro Bowl?
Yeah, I really do, because, Emery, again, the fans now know what to expect. If they go into it thinking that they're going to get a game with their favorite players or the best players in the league competing at the highest level, I think fans will understand this. Again, they appreciate the transparency. And again, just going back to it, it humanizes the players. We get to see them in this childlike setting where they're just having fun and fans can relate to them. The players don't have the pressure, so they're actually doing a better job of interacting with fans. So big picture, I think this is a win for everybody, Emery.
All right, let's talk about the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 57, it's this Sunday. But leading up to the game, if you have ever been to a Super Bowl sort of city, it's like there's this festival atmosphere. There's all this energy. There's stuff going on. There's media day. What is that like, sort of leading? Does that have an impact on the players' performance? I don't know if it's a distraction or if it's just an opportunity to kind of enjoy everything about the Super Bowl that isn't the actual game.
Anne-Marie, I hear the excitement in your voice. You're an Eagles fan. I get it. You're so excited about this week. But, having been there a couple of times, here's what it is, Anne-Marie. The fact is there are a lot more distractions. But what happens is the players that are normally distracted are going to be distracted. The players that aren't distracted, that are disciplined and have a routine, they're going to continue on their way. And when you think about it, when the week comes, this is such a big game, not only for the players, not only for the teams, but their families. So what happens is these players get bombarded with requests from every friend that they've known since middle school, or maybe even elementary school, that are asking for tickets, that are asking for something. And because there are so many festivities, as you mentioned, those folks, the family and friends of the players, want to be involved, want to go to this, want to go to that. And the players have to find somehow to, get someone to be their clearinghouse for them to get all of those things. Yeah. It's a wonderful week. But I know in our first Super Bowl, in Super Bowl 36, we actually had a player who stayed out a little bit too late. We just sent him home.
Wow.
We didn't need the distraction. We didn't want the distraction. It was something that we need. This is a game. At the end of the day, there are all these festivities, but this is a game, and it's the most important game of the season. Anne-Marie.
Yeah, that's a really good reminder, because sometimes these players do have other obigations too. They might have sponsorships, so they got to show up. It's sort of nonstop parties leading up to the game, but this is their job. This is like the biggest job they got. Really quickly, you probably don't want to do this, but any predictions for the outcome of the Super Bowl?
Well, again, Emery, as you know, I love the way you set me up, is I don't make predictions. But I think if the Chiefs are going to have a chance to win, obviously they need a healthy Patrick Mahomes. Because if he can throw off of that platform that he always moves, between Mahomes, Kelsey, and Chris Jones, those are the top players that they need to have big games. Chris Jones, who's had an amazing season and just really dominates the defensive line. If he has a big day and can put the pressure on Jalen Hurts, that is the key to the Chiefs' win. Now, looking at the Eagles, or should I say your Eagles, as we look at them, the three main players for them are going to be Jalen Hurts, Hassan Reddick, and really the group that is the Eagles' offensive line, they're regularly talked about as being the best offensive line. But again, up front, the Chiefs are tough. Yeah. So that matchup is really going to matter. But Hassan Reddick, to me, is going to be the key for the Eagles. He needs to chase down Patrick Mahomes, get Mahomes moving too often on that bad leg of his. Hassan Reddick has burst onto the scene this year and very quietly was the second leading sacker in the National Football League. He's had 3.5 sacks in the playoffs. He will be a force to be reckoned with.
My only prediction, Scott, is it's going to be a hell of a good game. They better be greasing those poles in Philadelphia, no matter what the outcome is.
Absolutely. I've heard they started greasing them already, Anne-Marie.
They have. Scott, thank you very much.